Honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing with my facial hair. Hi, hello, it's me, Frank again. Yay, we're talking about more Smash Brothers, specifically my memories with Smash. Last time I talked about 64 and how I never owned the game and how it introduced me in Smash. Now, Melee is part of the Smash I played the most local multiplayer with. Second to Brawl, mainly because this is when my sister still played a lot of video games, and we played a lot of Smash Bros. Together. She always would play like a lot of the girl characters. Like me, I always played Mario because I was stubborn. uh, yeah, like yeah, pretty much just Mario the entire time. Now with Smash Melee, that was the first one I actually owned as a kid. Sadly, both my Melee and Brawl copies both got very badly scratched because I didn't take the best care of my games back then. It's kind of a curse nowadays because even my physical copy of Smash 3DS stopped loading stages, which forced me to rebuy it digitally. Uh, so yeah. But anyway, the point is that that was the first one I actually owned, and I was so surprised to hear about Smash Bros. For the GameCube because I still rented it for the N64 even when he had a GameCube because I didn't know there was a GameCube version. So we always just got the 64 one. Like it wasn't until I think like 2004. Yeah, around 2004 before we realized that there was a a GameCube version. So yeah, we got it a couple of years after it came out. But once we had it, we got it for like I think Christmas, and it was just like such a mind blowing experience to own a Smash game. Like that was just so weird to me because, like I said, I always ever rented the game beforehand. So owning a Smash title was just like, what? No. There's one for the GameCube and the Super Smash Bros. And I got it along with like Mario Kart. We had a lot of multiplayer games for GameCube because again, that's when my sister played a lot of them. Though I always played Mario Party mainly alone. Uh, I always would lose because I was always really bad at Mario Party. I never won. Games. I don't think I ever won more than like 10 games as a kid. I was that bad at Mario Party. I was really bad at video games. But yeah, like with Melee, I was just so infatuated with like how it looked, how it played. Uh, it took me a while to realize that air dodging was a thing, and even then I didn't really like it because it just was, to me it was just a crappier recovery because like, oh yeah, I can move up with it, but it puts me in special fall. I rather just up B because I didn't actually knew it gave you invincibility frames. All I knew, we didn't even call it an air dodge, we called it air grab because the main use that we found for it was grabbing items from midair that we threw at each other, and it was just like, what? Uh, yeah. So it was also probably the Smash game I played the most. No, I played the most with Brawl with my cousin and Melee with my sister. Uh, my cousin always played characters like Bowser and stuff like that. I always played characters like Mario. My sister always played characters like Peach and Zelda. Uh, I would always consistently lose to both my cousin and my sister because I was really bad at games, and a lot of time they would just team up on me, which fuck you, I guess. Uh, so yeah, that's a thing. Uh, in fact, I think I stopped playing Smash with them for a while because I just felt so bullied in Smash. So I just primarily just focused on playing the events, which were I was horrible at because because when I was really young, I couldn't read very well due to my autism. In fact, I did not learn properly how to read until like on my own till like the end of 8th grade in middle school. Like because before then I could only like read sentences and stuff like that. I was really bad at reading. Uh, I was more of an images kind of guy, so I never really took kindly to reading. Even reading stuff like novels, even to this day, still give me headaches. I still cannot sit down and read a novel or even listen to audiobooks. I tried listening to an audiobook before, and it was just, I hated the wording of things. It's probably the reason why I'm really bad at grammar. But yeah, so at event matches, I didn't read the rules. I didn't know what things did. It took me a long time to realize things. It took me a couple of, like, at least a year of owning Melee before I realized that you can turn on CPUs. And then I just always fought CPUs at level 1 because I found anything above level 1 to be really scary. But I did get decent enough at using smash attacks to defeat level 9 enemies, and we thought level 9 Ganondorf was like literally the hardest thing ever. It was so stupid hard. He was so strong. His smash attacks were just like uber strong. He just killed you at low percents. It's like, this guy's insane. Then I started playing a lot of Ganondorf and Ken Falcon. And it was always weird to me when I was like, why do these two have like the same move set? Isn't Ganondorf a Zelda character? Why isn't he with the Zelda characters? Sort of. I think he is with the Zelda characters. But yeah. Is he separate? I need to look this up. Me in editing for the sin. But yeah. But basically, a lot of my playtime was a good mix between single player and multiplayer with family. I didn't really play a lot of Smash with friends until Brawl, and even then, it was like only for like very little bits. As a kid, we barely ever had Mewtwo on a roster, and we always had memory card problems. Especially when my sister hogged the GameCube so much to herself and kept it in her room that she wouldn't allow me to play it at all. So my parents actually bought us a second GameCube specifically for me. In fact, it's right over there. I don't feel like taking it out, but it was a silver GameCube that I had completely to myself. And then we just started keeping all the games in my room. Then my sister stopped playing the GameCube. I think the purple GameCube that we originally had broke. Yeah, I think that's what happened to it. It broke. And so we only just had the silver one. And then pretty much all the GameCube games were just mine. And that was when I also started to only play games by myself. When we had the Wii, we kept it in the living room for a while. Until then, we just moved to my room because I always wanted to play the Wii, to play games like Mario Galaxy and stuff like that in my own room. It was like, it was such an awesome experience with Mario Galaxy for that. But generally, like, yeah, the GameCube was the first time I really just had my own game console. Sometimes the N64 was hooked up in my room, but it was usually just more of sort of a family thing until I got my own GameCube, and just like it was just entirely my own. Yeah. I played a lot of home run contests, but never really knew how things worked. I did not realize for the longest time that you can pick up the bat. Then after a while, I didn't realize for the longest time that you're meant to do damage on Sandbag on your own before you are supposed to hit him. I thought the timer was only there to only push him a bit. So yeah, that was the thing. Other things are like break the targets. Those were really fun, but for characters like Young Link, I didn't realize that he can wall jump. I didn't know wall jumps were a thing until Brawl. I thought Brawl was the thing that introduced wall jumps, because I would just do them on accident with Mario. I didn't realize characters like Young Link could wall jump. So yeah, that was the thing. I was always also confused with why C-Stick couldn't be used for single player modes. It's like controlling the camera. It's like, why would you need to control the camera, sort of thing. I always just, ever since I pretty much learned how to do CPUs, I stopped like playing single player modes, because I just preferred just using the C-Stick for all my attacks, because I thought regular attacks suck and smash attacks were awesome and stuff. And yeah, so I would just forward smash, down smash, up smash, everything. Up B, down B, Uh, I didn't get what the cape was supposed to do. I didn't even know the cape could reflect projectiles. I always thought as a kid, it's like, how come Mario doesn't use the cape like in Super Mario World, where it was a spinny attack? And, it was actually good. And I still didn't get fireballs did stuff other than, oh, hey, fireballs make bombs explode right away and stuff. From a distance. So that was the only time I ever used fireballs. It's like, oh, you got a bomb? Let me just throw some fireballs at your face so if you throw it accidentally, you're gonna blow up. Yeah, the stage that we probably played on the most was either Fountain of Dreams or Hyrule Temple. Yeah, those were some stages. I also really like Onett a lot as a kid. Maybe because I just really liked the music that played. Other stages that I really personally liked were any Mario stage. Like everybody, I hated the Ice Climber stage. That was a dumb stage. The DK stages I liked a lot. That was always scared of Cranky Kong in the what's it called? Jungle Japes. The one with the rapid falls at the bottom. I always forget. I'm really bad with names, if you can't tell. So with the one with the rapid currents underneath, like wherever, like when I noticed Cranky Kong moving in the background, I didn't even know it was supposed to be Cranky Kong. I was just like so scared of it. Like I was also scared of cat as a kid, which made getting through the Hyrule part of the adventure mode really hard for me because I was just so scared of the undead and the redeads and stuff like that. It's like, oh man, I hated those things. I hated those even more in Wind Waker, which are still like the creepiest redeads in the game. Like I was a scaredy cat. And it wasn't until my fascination of like theories with horror games, like with Five Nights at Freddy's and stuff, that actually made me kind of more numb to scares. I'm still kind of on jump scares, but if I'm in the mood for like some creepy stuff, I'm not that scared by them anymore. I'm more creeped out by creepy imagery, like with Silent Hill and stuff like that. But anyway, back to Smash. Yeah, with Melee, it was probably like the first time I really got into anything that was really a fighting game, in terms of just wanting to play it all the time. Because with 64, I always had to rent it, so I didn't always have access to it. But with Melee, I just had it. I just played it and played it and played it. Doing a lot of the same stuff, going for classic mode, just up being and down being everyone, then eventually learning that you can do smash attacks without the C stick. Oh man, that was a discovery. I can do smash attacks without the C stick. Oh man, classic mode just became playable again. Man, that was dumb. Oh, multi-man smash. Just remember that. You just go DK and just spam that down B and then get hit with a bomb and be really mad. Man, that was a good time. Trying to beat 100-man smash was just like so stressful. It's like, is until I realized like Marth, if you space things correctly, that's actually how I learned how Marth had a tipper, or Roy had like was close range version. And you would just spam like just smash attacks with him. With Mario, I always just did back throws. I would try to line them up with the back throw, so that the spinning would hit all the enemies and they'll all get knocked down and died. So I think that was one way I actually found a way to beat Multi-Man Smash, and then Marth with his tipper smashes and stuff like that. Yeah. And just things like that. Ganondorf with his smashes were also something that I learned. And I tried to Falcon Punch everything, of course. But that was a little bit too slow. Falcon Kicks worked a lot better, if I remember correctly. Yeah, and just like all the stadium modes were really fun. I liked looking at all the trophies. I spent a lot of time looking at trophies. I just liked looking at a lot of them, and just like, of course I didn't read the descriptions, because I really didn't know how to read. So I just kind of just looked at all of them, appreciated all the looks, and it's like, of course, that was my first introduction to Pit, because I immediately recognized Pit when he was announced for Smash Brawl. And I'm like, what? bit. It's like he looks so different. Because I specifically remember he looked really weird in Melee. I was like, that's a weird looking character. Yeah, and we can talk about a little bit about the competitive scene in Melee. At least at the time it was for me. I didn't really know much about it until like when Smash 4 was coming out. But my introduction to it wasn't very good because that was also around the same time I was just discovering the internet, and when I was really learning how to read properly, like how I should, I wasn't able to read consistently until I left high school not left high school. That was only a couple of years ago. I knew how to learn how to read before then until I left middle school. But in starting in middle school is when I was starting to be a little bit more comprehensive with reading. Because at that time I could read things, just not process them. Like I knew what the words were and how to say them for the most part, but I didn't know how to really properly comprehend them. But what I could comprehend, and based on videos and stuff from the Smash community back then, was, to me, it just seemed like they were gangs. That was like my initial impressions of them, and with my early ventures into the internet, that Smash players were just kind of like gang members. And then when you look at the Smash documentary, which the first half of it is alright, but the last half, when they start talking about Brawl, is just but to me, they just kind of seemed like a bunch of bullies. And they kind of were. It was essentially just gang wars between East Coast and West Coast, and who was better, like, and stuff like that. And it's just like, nope. As a kid, I was like, nope. Just played Smash as a Smash game. It was like, it took me a while to really take Smash competitively at all. And that was more because I just wanted to be good at games. There was like at a time where I was like, no, I'm going to get good at video games and try the hard modes and stuff like that because I wanted to get better at games. And I like to think I'm a competent gamer now. I like to think I'm at least, if I put my mind to it, I can be better than average when it comes to games I really like. But when it comes to like competitive, I really stopped caring because I don't really have that much pride in things, because I think pride is really, really dumb and gets you nothing. But with the Smash community, I just kind of didn't want to have anything with them at the time, and to a certain extent, even to this day, I still don't want to have anything to do with them. And the people who actually want to have fun, yes. Like, I wouldn't mind playing some games with like people like Alpharad or something like that, or just people who just want to have fun with the game. Most certainly. And it's also probably the reason why I never entered a tournament. There was a time where I actually did legitimately want to enter tournaments, but but yeah, Melee was always something that I always still had interest in, even if when Brawl came out, because I just liked some of the stages. I wanted to play some of the characters like Mewtwo and stuff like that, who wasn't in Brawl, and things like that. I just, there was like certain charms to Melee, like its adventure mode and stuff like that I still wanted to play. So it wasn't, I didn't just completely switch over to Brawl. When Smash 4 came out, that was around the time where I didn't have Brawl anymore, and Melee was the only other game I had, and stuff like that. So, but then like my Brawl disc got scratched faster because it was a much bigger disc, and I wasn't used to taking care of bigger discs. And when it came to Melee, that just kind of got old, and it scratched, and then it broke. Then I traded both those games in because I needed money, and I used it to get Smash 4, and I probably got karma because of it. It's like, oh, you traded those scratched games to get monies for Smash 4. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I did that. I did that most certainly. But yeah. Crazy Hand was like the hardest thing ever. I was really scared of Crazy Hand. I actually tried to play the game on at least normal half the time. Then hard if I really wanted to hate myself or when I actually wanted to try to get good at things. But even then, that was still really bad. Lose all my lives. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's all I have right now. Yeah. I think I'll end it here. Otherwise, I'm just going to start repeating stuff. Anyway. See you later. Just a few more days till Smash Ultimates. Can't wait for the 6th. Get ready for that midnight launch. See y'all later.